How's it going, YWC? Is this thing even live? I think it is. Make sure everything like that. Refresh the page before I really get into the review. Live stream hasn't started yet. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. So I'm gonna be doing a SummerSlam review. I know it's late. I know it's late. I've been very busy and everything like that. Yep, the sound is working. So gonna do a SummerSlam review, and I would guess an overview of Raw and SmackDown. I don't really feel like doing full reviews of those shows because I'm gonna be talking about SummerSlam. If you want to join me, I posted it into the WrestleTalkMedia Facebook group, so anybody can join. Any opinion, anything you want to say, blah 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 blah. My whole overall thoughts on SummerSlam. Look, I remember SummerSlam, or just in general, like any one of these big four pay-per-views from WWE, you'd be talking about these things for like months on it. You're like, oh my God, there was the match of the whatever, and it's awesome. WWE is so awesome. Yeah. But now you'll be lucky to have maybe one good match on the show, and there was one exceptional match on the card. But now these are more like watch and forget pay-per-views. And that's sad. Like, WWE is the top company. I know Fat Boys are going to defend it. Oh, it's okay. They put out shitty shows because they make money. They're top company, blah, blah, blah. I just can't defend that shit. Like, they do good work in some matches, but I expect better, especially from the big four pay-per-views. Shout out to Blackbird Coffee. This honey nut soy is the fucking bomb. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with the matches. Like, I'm gonna just go through like the results. Watched it, just gonna go through the results. 12-man tag match. Didn't watch it, didn't give a fuck about it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about a pointless match. Whatever. The Dudley Boys versus Sami Zayn and Neville. This is truly sad. Dudley Boys, one of the most prestigious tag teams in history. IWGP champions, TNA champions, WWE champions, one of the cornerstones of the Attitude Era. And now they're relegated to bumbling, stumbling jobbers who can't beat guys who don't even weigh as much as Bully Ray combined. Really? Is that it? And then, there's no disrespect to Sami Zayn and Neville. I mean, Neville, he's an excellent athlete. Sami Zayn, I don't get the Sami Zayn hype. I really don't. And like, I don't see why people push this guy. He has no character. His wrestling is, man, is this right here? Like, look at my hand. Like, that's his wrestling. Like, okay, I understand getting behind Neville. Neville, no, he doesn't have a character, but Neville and Sami Zayn beat the Dudley Boys at SummerSlam with no build, no storyline, and a red arrow. Yeah, guys, you were right. The Dudley Boys, they should come back to WWE. They shouldn't have left TNA. I'm not saying that because whatever. They shouldn't have left. They obviously WWE were going to use them in a better way. This is proof right here. The Dudley Boys getting treated with the respect of turds underneath somebody's shoe. Anyway, Sheamus versus Cesaro. I did not watch this match, mainly because it was a pre-show match. Didn't give a fuck about it. Who won? Who gives a fuck? Sheamus and Cesaro. How many times have these guys had a match? And now I'm looking. It's going to be a best of 7. Why? What does it even go to? Oh, I'm better than you, Sheamus. Oh, I'm better. Cesaro should be above Sheamus' level. And Sheamus, he's a former. Why is he in this? Why? Like, is this just something for them to do for no reason? Like, I don't even understand this feud. It's a pointless feud. And then you're making it a best of 7. For what? What's the payout? What is? Anyway, I heard Sheamus won. Oh my. Hold on. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so I'm back. I just had some stuff right here. So make sure this thing's still recording or whatever. So first match on the official SummerSlam is Enzo and Cass versus Jericho, whatever. So beginning, Enzo and Cass come out. They have the whole crowd singing Biggie's "Juicy," the first lyrics, whatever, and it's like, damn, this guy is charismatic. Like the guy just has a way with the mic. Then you get into the match. It was okay. Like the best part of the match was, let's see, what would I call it? The Shatter Machine. Let's just be honest. Like Kevin Owens launched up Enzo, and Jericho caught him on the way down with the code breaker. And if you watch NXT, the Revival used a similar method or finisher called the Shatter Machine. So I guess it sucks for them if this tag team continues between Jericho and Kevin Owens, because obviously they're going to get the, you know, the higher ranking of using that move. But why is this match even happening? Like, because Jericho called out Cass and it's a two. Whatever, man. Jericho and Owens win the match. So moving on. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte women's title match. Look, I'm a big fan of Charlotte. Charlotte, I think she's coming to her own. She can talk now. She's a really good wrestler. I like Sasha Banks for the looks. As far as wrestling, I don't see it. I really don't. Like, every one of her matches are botch filled. And I think I know why. It's the same thing that happened with Paige. Too much, too fast, too soon. They don't know how to let these women from NXT just like get something simple. Like, okay, get a few, come up, you know, then get the title. When they have like women like Bailey or Sasha or Paige, it just immediately puts them, get the title, you're in the main event, blah, 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 blah. Do this, do that, and it's too much for these women. I'm not sure about Bailey yet, but that's what it is, because this match was not pretty to watch. Charlotte ends up winning the match due to countering the Bank statement. Like, she was in the crossface, and then she backed up Sasha and pinned her. And you're looking at it like, did that shit really happen? Like, didn't Sasha just win the title like a month ago? What, did they just make Sasha Banks a transitional pointless champion? Hold on a second again. Okay, got it. But anyway, so that match was okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see you too, bad. Yeah. 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 You're the person. Anyway, Intercontinental title match: The Miz versus Apollo Creed Cruz, the smiling black guy. Yes, I know. Bad Rose. I know you know Bad Rose. So this match was short, and The Miz, my boy, beat Apollo Crews, the IWC Internet's darling star. The guy who I think really has a lot of potential, but it's like the curse of WWE. You're a black guy, you're kind of athletic. You're just a black guy who's kind of athletic, and your personality trait is you smile a lot. Like, that's what they gave this guy. Like, how do they expect that to even translate to being world heavyweight title? And for anybody who said, "Oh, Apollo Crews would win the Intercontinental title for The Miz," why? Like, he has no character, no personality. He's just like a good wrestler. What the fuck? He should not even be. He's not even on The Miz's level. I know that's gonna get a lot of people mad, but as far as overall, what the fuck is in my mouth? Ain't no tortilla chips I ate. Anyway, The Miz wins with a skull crushing finale after Apollo Crews bangs his shoulder on the turnbuckle. What is this? The 1970s? The fuck? Anyway, match of the night, possibly match of the year. AJ Styles versus John Cena. Look, Cena, he's fucking with you guys right now. He is literally mind fucking everyone right now. He comes out, they're already chanting, John Cena sucks. And this motherfucker starts hitting a two-step shuffle to that. Like, he doesn't even give a fuck. Like, I'm here, I got paid, you guys singing, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's basically John Cena's attitude right now. And then he goes out there, and look, I was expecting AJ Styles to just carry this man throughout the match, but why are you scratching my foot, man? Come on. I was expecting AJ Styles just to carry John Cena. You're licking my foot now? You're licking feet now. Are you really licking my foot? But John Cena held his own. I hate to admit this. John Cena is better than most people give him credit for. I'm going to be honest. There were a lot of good moves in here, especially I thought AJ Styles hitting a torture rat net breaker. No, what was that? I think that was somebody else. No, he hit the torture rat spin out powerbomb, which, here's another thing. Why does Michael Cole call any kind of driver a Michinoku driver? Like in the next match, he called the God's gift from Seth Rollins. He called that the Michinoku driver. What the hell's wrong with that guy? But AJ Styles ends up winning the match clean, no distraction, no doubt, with a phenomenal forearm to John Cena clean. And John Cena's like, he gets pinned and then he leaves the ring. He's like, did that really just happen? I let the fans down. He takes his armband off and leaves in the ring. They're like, John Cena, we've never seen him like this, blah, 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 blah. Excellent win for AJ Styles, but come on, do you really have to? Well, that's a stupid question. They always have to make everything about Cena. New Day versus the Club or the Doctors. Jon Stewart, I love you, man. I love the day of the show. I really did. But it's time to give it up. The jokes aren't funny. You aren't funny anymore. You look sick. You look like you're about to die at any second. How? Just a couple of months ago or weeks ago, not weeks, but years, a year ago, you had a little of muscle tone, you had weight. Now you look like you fucked 20 prostitutes raw who may or may not have had AIDS. What happened? What happened to Jon Stewart? And this crowd, he was like cutting his promo, and it was so horrible. Crowd was booing Jon Stewart. A guy that won multiple, Emmys or whatever for comedy. I don't know, man. Like he's a pretty funny guy in movies, like older movies, so I don't even know what happened. So New Day versus the Club, okay match, but pointless when you really think about it, because at the end Biggie comes out disqualification, so nothing was really accomplished besides to prolong this feud until Clash of the Champions, SummerSlam, Big Four pay-per-view of the year. Ta-da! Ta-da! Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Good match. I don't think this match has gotten the credit it deserved. Dean Ambrose, look, I'm going to say this about him. He's one of the few guys in the WWE that at least has some type of character, some kind of personality. I can see why WWE put them. I don't know if this is the main belt right now, because hell, it came before a 6-woman tag match and before I don't know, what is everybody's mindset? Like, anyway, good match. Ambrose, he's not really wrestling. He's like fitting his character as always. Ziggler, he used a lot of probably like, you know, college wrestling moves and everything like that. I think one of the best part of the match was when Ambrose mopped Ziggler with the super kick. That was kind of funny. The match ends with Ambrose countering Ziggler's top rope facebuster into a dirty DDT, winning the match. Yeah, a good match. I don't want to see it again. But anyway, then you get the 6-woman tag team match with the return of one of the greatest women's wrestler of our generation, Nikki Bella. I know it took a lot of you guys a long time to come to this realization that Nikki Bella is a great wrestler. I know that IWC hate in you took, you know, you didn't want to say it because you were fanboys of Paige and whatever. You didn't want to say, or AJ Lee, you didn't want to say Nikki Bella was better. But we all knew deep inside Nikki Bella had honed her craft and had become a very good wrestler. And you can tell that. She got the biggest pop of the night. That's surprising. So people like Nikki Bella now. Yeah, I said, yeah, people like Nikki Bella now. The women's match, Becky Lynch, probably one of the best wrestlers in WWE, female-wise. You had Alexa Bliss. I like Alexa Bliss. She has a lot of character, a lot of personality. Her wrestling's all right. Natalya, she's better as a heel, but let's just face it, her career in WWE is spinning in the mud. That's the best way to put Natalya's career. It's not going anywhere, whether she turns heel or face. The company really doesn't have any kind of stock in her. For some reason, Naomi has turned back face, and now she's coming out with this kind of cool entrance with the body suit that's glow in the dark and her hair is glow in the dark. And like, usually I would critique this and be like, oh, they made another black woman a dancing gimmick, but at least I know it's, you know, something that Naomi enjoys. She's a dancer and blah 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 blah. And it does look cool. It's an eye-catching entrance. Who else was there? Oh, even Reeves was come out. That was kind of funny or whatever. Even on suspension from some kind of like drugs or whatever that weren't approved or whatever, she still has trolled. He is still trolling the crowd and getting major heat. This woman is the ultimate heel. Why hasn't even Reed? Okay, I wish they had pushed this six-pack challenge back just a little bit. Just a little bit. So Eva Marie could be the first ever women's champion. She would be the perfect heel for this division. Just so perfect. And who else was in the match? Carmella. Okay, whatever. Nikki Bella, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss win with Nikki Bella hitting the fearless forearm and a TKO. Why is Nikki Bella using the TKO? Like, just use the rack attack. Like that's the signature move, but whatever. Anyway, it was an okay match. Then you had Finn Balor, the Demon King, versus Seth the Man Rollins. The Man Rollins. Finn Balor. Let's talk about Finn Balor. Was a big fan of him in New Japan. Let me hit the coffee real quick. And I'm gonna say this. I said this before, and I'll say it again. In WWE, Finn Balor has an script of all personality, his moveset. He's born as shit. The demon character had no business at SummerSlam. All it was just a way to like sell marketing, like sell t-shirts, always the Demon King. But in NXT, the reason he transformed into the Demon King is, according to their lore, is because he's pushed to that limit to where he needs to focus into his energy. Why now? Now, as part of SummerSlam, when Rollins really hasn't been that big of a threat to him, needs to challenge the Demon King. And then the other big thing about him being transforming into the Demon King, he doesn't change his moveset, and his moveset is limited. He has a limited moveset. It's kicks, and it's not even flips, it's kicks and 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 drop kick, drop kick. Seth Rollins was going out there trying to put on a classic. He pulled out moves from his indie pad. Almost hit the finger splash. This guy incorporating the pedigree, even though I'm not a big fan of the pedigree because Triple H left a nasty taste in my mouth. Seth Rollins, he is an actual a guy from the indies who has involved his crap and not let the WWE's horrible in-ring stuff limit his moveset. I appreciate Seth Rollins for trying this match. Finn Balor, it seemed like he didn't fucking try. And like I said, the demon stuff is so out of place. I understand. It looks cool. The entrance is cool. It sells merchandise. But it has no place. You don't even know who the fuck Finn Balor is, and now you're trying to place the demon. Like, you don't even have, like, split personality where he, like, does a different voice or does different moves. Or, like, it's so random that he is the Demon King and it comes out. Anyway, all of that being said, Seth Rollins carries Finn Balor to a pretty good match. Seth Rollins loses though. Like he hits I think 2 pedigrees, the God's gift, DDT, small package driver, and Finn Balor hits 2 drop kicks in the corner, and then the coup de grace, and wins the title. Okay, I guess so. Whatever. So, yep. United States Championship. Fuck all. It didn't happen. Disqualification. That's what we need. A disqualification match at a Big 4 pay-per-view. Fuck you to anybody who paid for this live and got like a $5 ticket. Fuck you. Like this man should, as soon as the match went off and they were like disqualified, this man should have just came out with his finger like rubbing his asshole and just like smeared across everybody's face in the front row, just like, yeah, you motherfuckers smell that shit. That's shit. Yeah, I just shitting on all you motherfuckers, just walked out. Like, what the fuck? I would have just rather Roman Reigns win the title. Main event. I understand why this main event Brock Lesnar ran on, but why? Okay, why wouldn't at least the Universal title or the WWE title be underneath this? You have the United States title before this? What the? Like, if anything, the United States title should be like first hour, like around 9 o'clock. But you had, I don't understand that shit. It's so stupid. Anyway, oh yeah, before I get into this Brock Lesnar thing, apparently the Balor Rollins match was no disqualification, and I knew this because 10 minutes into the match, Michael Fuck All Cole says, "Oh, it's no disqualification." When Seth Rollins has Balor in the triangle choke, I'm like, what? Wait a minute, no disqualification? Isn't Seth the heel? He's not using a chair. He's not using anything to help him. He's just like wrestling like this. Is a regular match. What the fuck is this? Like, what's the point of making it no disqualification if you're not gonna use the WWE? The shit they pull off is so fucking stupid. Like, anyway, Brock Lesnar ran on. If this match was what you expected, it was Brock Lesnar hitting fuck all suplexes, German suplexes, doing the Brock Lesnar shuffle, Randy going to get in like with 2 RKOs, punches, and Brock Lesnar hits the F5, and then he gets mad that you kicked out of the F5. It's time to get serious. I'm Brock Lesnar. Takes off the gloves, and I don't know if this was part of the thing he was supposed to do. Damn, Blackbird, you make a hell of a coffee. But he takes off the glove and starts elbowing and punching Randy Orton on the top of the head, and it leads to Randy Orton like bleeding out the top of his head. I'm not talking like a little blood, like fake blood. He literally opened this man's head up, and he had a pool of blood on top of his head. And then you're thinking, okay, maybe that might be kayfabe, or it wasn't supposed to happen. But Brock Lesnar, even with the guy's head basically ripped apart, still starts beating on him, beating, elbow. He gets like a whole line of blood on his knee. I guess it goes into the Brock Lesnar mystique, like he's a beast, he's an owl. You could get killed in the ring, he'll fight Brock Lesnar. And the match was man. That's what the match was. It was man. All this hype, all this blah 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 blah, and the match was blah 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 match. And here's the problem with Brock Lesnar. First of all, he's a part-timer. Second of all, you built this man up so high on the pedestal that it looks impossible for anybody to beat him, old or new. And then, like, you can't even have a decent match with this guy because all he does is suplexes, German suplexes, and that's it. Like it's either make him the WWE champion or Universal champion, and then you bring out the credibility, like, who the fuck is gonna beat this guy? Like, I can't see like Finn Balor beating this guy. I can't see Seth really beating this guy fairly. Maybe John Cena, but then who the fuck wants to see John Cena? Anyway, none of the new guys. Maybe Cruz, maybe, but then it's like, why would Cruz be a heavyweight champion? Like Rusev, maybe, but Rusev's like that's the Brock Lesnar problem. Either he's too strong, like nobody's built up. Like Brock Lesnar on this roster is, it makes no sense. I understand Brock Lesnar is trash and blah blah, but if you're gonna have him on the roster and he's still like competing for belts, it makes the rest of the roster look irrelevant. So SummerSlam, watch it, forget it, pay-per-view. Let's get into Raw. Oh, Finn Balor. Let me check the comments if I have any comments. I got 3 people watching right now. Probably one of them is me. Blah 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 blah. Any comments? Do I have any comments? I don't have any comments. So Raw. After winning the Universal title, Finn Balor loses it due to injury. I don't know how he injured his arm because at SummerSlam it looked pretty all right, but no, he injured his arm or shoulder, so he has to relinquish the title. So that sets up a fatal four-way at, was it the next pay-per-view or Raw? So the matches were Big Cass versus Rusev. Rusev leaves on a 10 count because he's scared of Big Cass, which brings into question, what the fuck has Big Cass done to deserve a Universal title shot? Come on, people. Let's be real. Then you have Kevin Owens versus Neville. Kevin Owens wins due to a Jericho distraction. He hits this new move. It's like a torture rack, spin out, neck breaker. Kevin Owens for Universal Champion. It makes sense. Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins. Why the fuck is Sami Zayn getting even a shot to face for the Universal title? What the fuck has he done? Why? Seth Rollins wins this match as he should. And then the last match, Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho loses, Roman Reigns wins with the spear. So Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Big Cass will be facing for the WWE Universal title. I say Kevin Owens. Like, it's Kevin Owens' time, especially with Jericho as his manager / frenemy. It has potential. Big E versus Carl Anderson. I want to say I don't give a fuck, but on my face, it should tell you I don't give a fuck. Braun Strowman versus fuck Braun Strowman versus some fucking bum ass jobber. The Dudley Boys retirement. They get put through a table by the club because the club are irrelevant. The debut of Bayley. I'm a mild fan of Bayley, and I'm going to see where they're going to go with Bayley. But it looks like they're going to again shove the rocket pack up her vagina. No dirty thought intended, but they're going to shove the rocket pack right up her vagina. No storyline, no deal. Just, hey, you're on NXT. You get a title shot. Okay. And again, that's a problem with WWE when they bring up NXT. Hey, who's Bayley? Well, fuck you. You should know. You watch NXT, even though the numbers show that not all WWE fans watch NXT. But fuck you. Here's Bayley. What's her character? Fuck you. You should know it. Let's see what else on this wrong. I think that's pretty much it. Bayley. Move to SmackDown. One of the funniest parts of SmackDown. AJ Styles wearing John Cena's armband as a headband backstage, talking about now he's the new face that runs the place. Heel Dick AJ Styles is the best. This guy is fucking hilarious. If you remember him from TNA when he was like Christian Cage's lackey, and when he was with Ric Flair, when he was that cocky, like arrogant, don't give a shit heel that was kind of stupid, his comedy was golden. And I hopefully, this is the same thing that's happening. I mean, honestly, he knew that was a headband, an armband, and he put it on his head. That's funny as shit. And then he's wearing it like he's about to play for 1976 New York Knicks. This shit was funny as hell. He's like tells those things that he's a loser and blah 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 blah. They get into it. They have a match. If Ziggler wins, he faces Ambrose again or something like that. If AJ Styles when he faces Ambrose, AJ Styles wins with I think he won with he won with the Styles Clash. And so the next pay-per-view is going to be AJ Styles versus Ambrose. AJ Styles should win this match. Like it's time. It is time for AJ Styles to claim the title. Ambrose, he had a nice run, but it's AJ's time now. The debut of new belts. New SmackDown tag team titles, aka the Nickels. The Nickels. You got two Nickels. And the new women's title. And there are only 6 women on the roster. Natalya, Alexa Bliss, goddamn it, Becky, Alexa Bliss, Natalya, Naomi, Carmella, and who's the other lady? I want to say let me click on this here because I really forgot who. Okay, we got Carmella, Naomi, Carmella, Naomi, Nikki, Natalya, Becky, and Alexa Bliss. Okay. First women's champion gonna be crowned in a couple weeks at Backlash. Who would I go for? I want to say Becky Lynch. I would say maybe Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch. Then the tag team titles, like they're making this shit obvious with tag team titles. You got the Hype Bros, which wouldn't be a bad addition. The Hype Bros has pretty much saved Zack Ryder's career. Oh, what about the way he got wrestled? It was pointless, meaningless. This at least is something for him to do. Like I like him in the Hype Bros better than him as a singles wrestler. The Usos, because John Cena has used them up. American Alpha. I guess the team that they're gonna build SmackDown around, even though they have no personality. Well, they do have personality. They stick their tongues out and slide on the ropes. That's not fucking cares, you idiots. The Ascension, who, like, why the fuck are the Ascension still there? Breeze Dongo. They have a lot. I like they should win the tag team titles where they lost a match or whatever. Well, who else? Who else is in this thing? Oh yeah, Rhino and Heath Slater, the surprise tag team because the Vaudevillains. It's sad what they've done to the Vaudevillains. They pretty much turned that tag team into a fucking joke. Let me talk about this Heath Slater thing. Free agent. Heath Slater come out with a t-shirt that says free agent. They're pretty much making fun of people who leave WWE and work for the Indies or TNA, and they say like, "Oh, the hottest free agent." They're pretty much trying to say that people who leave WWE are a joke. They're trying to shit on people's careers before they get fired or come to the. If you're a free agent or whatever, you suck. That's pretty much what they're saying. And the whole Heath Slater thing is a waste of the man's talent. Maybe it might have a payoff. Maybe it won't. I really don't know. But if you're gonna invest all this time into giving Heath Slater like this jobber role, blah 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 blah, where you're shitting on him and like giving him TV time, you might as well have him and Rhino win the tag team titles. It's got to be. You just can't have him on TV for all this time doing all this bullshit and have the payoff be, oh look, it's Heath Slater, he's a fucking jobber. Laugh at him. Now he's gone. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. It's a waste of our time watching it, and it was a waste of Heath Slater's talent. It's like, just release the guy. What? I don't understand that they keep a guy around like Heath Slater or Santino for comedy act. Like, anyway, okay. I think that's pretty much it for SmackDown. I really let's see anything else to talk about. Bray Wyatt comes out and talks to Randy Orton, says that he's more than a man and that Brock Lesnar beat him. What? Bray Wyatt is trying to sound intimidating. Just stop, man. You lose matches, you lose feuds, you say you're immortal, we don't believe you, you need more people, you suck. Like, and I'm a Bray Wyatt fan, but why is this feud happening? You're feuding with Randy Orton because he lost to Brock Lesnar? Why, man? Why? Like, if anything, Bray Wyatt should feud with Brock Lesnar and like be playing psychological mind games and like really get into the Brock Lesnar's head, and then have Bray beat Brock, not physically, but mentally, break his concentration, break his will, pretty much destroy the psyche of Brock Lesnar and get Brock Lesnar off his game. But no, he's getting into a feud with Randy because Randy lost to Brock. Okay, that's okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, that was Raw, SmackDown, SummerSlam. Tonight, TNA review. I may put up a deep fried Twinkies review. I got deep fried Twinkies. They're new, but I gotta bake them. They say you can deep fry them, but it's recommended that you bake them. So I may express that out. I may do that tomorrow along with something else. That way I can spread these videos. Anyway, let me see if I got any comments or whatever before I shut this thing down. I don't think anybody joined me, but let me see. I got 4 people watching. I'm about to shut the review off. But if anyone wants to comment, I guess I can stick around for like some kind of comment or whatever, or answer a question. The Universal title, like, I guess I can talk about it real quick. WWE doing this thing where all the titles pretty much look the fuck alike. Like the women's title looks like the main title looks like the, except for The Universal title is red. The women's title is white. The SmackDown title for women is white and blue. Look, it's just laziness. Like it doesn't make the belt feel any special. Like they just feel like bum ass props because like when you win a title, it's supposed to stand out from another title. If you win the world title and it looks like the universal title, it means you guys have pretty much swapped the title and nobody would be the wiser, or you could like the universal title is supposed to look like the universal title. The world title is supposed to look like the world title. The women's title is supposed to look like the women's title, if you get what I'm saying. If they all look alike, it doesn't make each one of them feel special. The titles are supposed to feel special. Not to keep bringing TNA into it, but at least the King of Mountain title, due to E. like Drake, felt special because of the way it looked. The world title feels special, not only because of Bobby Lashley, but because of the way it looks. The Intercontinental title, I would say, has more prestige on it right now due to it looking different. The Miz holding it for a decent amount of time and all of that. The world title and the Euro title have zero prestige due to them looking the same, the storylines for each title being pretty much irrelevant and them not really caring. So I'm not a big fan of them having titles that look the same. Like that's a horrible idea, WWE, and I don't know why you did that. Refresh the page one more time. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys later. I was supposed to do this with T-Sean, but I think he had something to do. His link to his Facebook and Twitter is in the description, along with the WrestleTalkMedia Facebook group posting. Come join us. We want to talk about wrestling. You want to have conversation with real wrestling fans, not saying anyone else is real, but you want to have a conversation with wrestling fans on a, on a level to where you're not getting trolled, you're having adult conversation. Come on to WrestleTalkMedia. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys later, and peace out. Yeah, catch you guys later.